video looked at similar shapes and area and volume, where if you had the length scale factor, you would square that to get the area scale factor or cube it to get the volume scale factor. This video is about working that backwards, where if you're told the area scale factor, you can get back to the length scale factor, or you're told the volume scale factor, you can get back to the length scale factor. Now, since the area scale factor is the square of the length scale factor, if you square root the area scale factor, that will give you the length scale factor. So to reverse the squaring, you square root. Similarly, volume scale factor is a cube of the length scale factor, so you want to cube root the volume scale factor to get back to the length scale factor. So square rooting the area scale factor, cube rooting the volume scale factor to get back to the length scale factor. Here's an example. This star area 48 has been enlarged to area 75. 12 has been enlarged to A. We want to figure out A, so A is the image. The area scale factor is image over original. 75 over 48. Simplify that fraction. 3 into 75, 3 into 48 becomes 25 over 16. That's the area scale factor. Square root that. Square root 25, 5. Square root 16, 4. That's a length scale factor, 5 over 4. Now apply the length scale factor to that 12. 12 times 5 over 4. Divide by 4. 3 multiply by 5. So that gives us 15. That height is 15. So with the area scale factor, we square root it. You must simplify this fraction so that you get numbers you can easily square root, or you've got to use a calculator. So that's the area scale factor gets square rooted for the length scale factor. Here's one in volume. So the big jug is reduced to the small jug. 250 gets reduced to 128. So the volume scale factor is to be calculated. B is the image. Put the image over the original, 128 over 250. Simplify that. Top divides by 2 and the bottom divides by 2. 64 over 125. That's a volume scale factor. Cube root that, and that will give you the length scale factor. Cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of 125 is 5. That's because 4 times 4 times 4 makes 64, and 5 times 5 times 5 makes 125. Length scale factor is 4/5. Scale that 15 by 4/5 to get B. So here's working 15 times the length scale factor. That means 15 gets divided by 5, 3, and multiplied by 4, 12. So that height was 12 centimetres. So that's volume. Cube root the volume scale factor to get the length scale factor. This worksheet can be downloaded using the link in the description, or you can pause the video. The download will have the answers. Here's the second part of that sheet. It involves volumes. Here are the answers. So in this first one, which involves area, you get the area scale factor. It's 90 over 40, which simplifies to 9 over 4. That's the area scale factor. Square root that, and you get the length scale factor. Now apply that length scale factor to the 12. 12 times 3 over 2. That means divide 12 by 2 and multiply by 3. And that gives you 18. That was 18 centimetres in height. Next one. Area scale factor is 160 over 360. Simplifies, dividing the top by 40 and the bottom by 40. It simplifies to 4/9. That's the area scale factor. Square root that. That's the length scale factor. Apply the length scale factor to that 15. 15 times 2/3. Divide the 15 by 3 and multiply by 2. It's 10. That height is 10 centimetres. So that's the first half of the sheet. And this is the second half. It's volumes. So get the volume scale factor. It's 270 over 80. divide top and bottom by 10 and it simplifies to 27 over 8. That's a volume scale factor. Cube root that. Cube root 27 is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 makes 27. Cube root the 8 is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 makes 8. The length scale factor is 3 over 2. Scale that 12 using scale factor 3 over 2. That is 12 divided by 2 times 3. 18. That height is 18 centimetres. And in this final example, volume scale factor is 40 over 135. Top divides by 5, bottom divides by 5, it simplifies to 8/27. So that's the volume scale factor is 8/27. Cube root that. Cube root 8 is 2, cube root 27 is 3. Length scale factor is 2/3. Apply the length scale factor to that 15. It's 15 times 2/3. Divide 15 by 3 and multiply by 2. That height is 10. Now, as well as this sheet, if you use the link, you can download a worksheet on working backwards. This first part here is area. That second part is volume. And the answers at the bottom. So that's a worksheet you can download using the link in the description. Also, using the link in the description, there's a set of notes covering all the videos on similar shapes. And that includes working backwards with the examples. Hope you found the videos useful. Thank you.